You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
We're talking about the North Carolina Azalea Festival 2010. Our guests in this segment, Erica Mearns, who's president of the festival this year, and Abbey Starling, who is the North Carolina Azalea Festival princess.
Yes, thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you for being here. You didn't have to take off school because you have spring break, right?
Correct.
But before we talk about your experience and what it's like, I want to get back to Erica because we didn't talk about the Queen, and that was just announced, I think, like Wednesday. Tell us who the Queen is and how you picked her.
Well, the Queen is Lindsay Shaw. She is a beautiful young lady. We are looking forward to having her reign over our Azalea Festival. She's from 10 Things I Hate About You on ABC Family.
ABC Family, 10 Things I Hate About You. Lindsay Shaw.
Yes.
Is the Queen this year.
So,
and we were talking off camera about how you kind of found her.
Yes. One of our guests who was here last year, Nicholas
Visiting
Braun,
celebrity,
who's been on a number of things, past or Princess Protection Program, and then of course he's on 10 Things I Hate About You as well. And he had such a wonderful time and felt so welcomed by the people of Wilmington that he told Lindsay, he said, "You've got to go. You can't miss this opportunity." And so she said, "Absolutely." So she's really looking forward to being a part of it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Have you talked to her?
I have not spoken with her personally yet. Some of our volunteers with the festival have, our coordinators and all, but I have not. So I'm looking forward to meeting her shortly and just having a wonderful time with her.
Now, Azalea Festival princess, Abbey Starling. So, what made you get involved in the princess pageant?
Well, initially, I've always been pretty much involved, in the festival, especially the parade. I've gone every single year. If I was at home sick, we'd watch it on TV. There's never been a year where I haven't done something with the Azalea Festival.
Were you ever a belle?
I was never a belle.
No?
I actually thought about doing it this year, and then I heard about the pageant, and so belle didn't really happen.
And where do you go to school?
I go to Coastal Christian High School.
Okay,
Yes.
and you're in what? This is your last year?
I'm a senior this year.
You were telling me you got a scholarship.
I did. I got the North Carolina Teaching Fellowship. It is a wonderful scholarship.
So you want to teach?
Yes, I would like to teach high school English.
Okay. So what was it like competing in the pageant? Had you ever done that before?
I have never done that before. It was foreign, but it was great. It wasn't like one of the pageants that you would normally hear about. It was really down to earth, and it was just really awesome.
Were you nervous?
No, not really.
Really?
When I went into it, I didn't think about I have to win or gosh, I'm gonna lose. I just went into it looking for the experience, just truly searching out what was.
What was the hardest part?
That's the hardest part. That's a really
The
good
interview?
question. Yeah, it was. That was tough. It was.
What's that like? You go into this room. Is that and there's a panel and they ask you questions?
Right, they ask you questions. I was really anticipating really hard questions. I had practiced a little, but I wasn't over-prepared.
Right.
I wasn't under-prepared. I was just letting things happen. I mean, the outcome was probably already decided anyways, so just whatever was going to happen was. And
Now, how many young ladies competed?
there were 21 contestants.
Okay, 21.
I was the last.
So what was it like when you heard your name?
I didn't know how to react. For the top 10, I was called last, and so when I had two very good friends.
When they eliminate and they
Right.
go to yours was
I
the
was
last.
the very
yours was
last
the 10th
one.
name.
Right, and so I
So
wasn't.
like about number 8, did you figure? I guess I didn't make
Yeah,
it.
I figured, oh gosh, well, I'm gonna be saved from the on-stage question. Like, I don't have to panic about that. Thank you, because it's either, I mean, I get on the top 10 or I don't, and it's okay. But then my name was called for that, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Now I
on-stage question.
Right. What was the onstage question?
It was, what famous person are you most alike and why?
Wow, what did you say?
I said Carol Burnett.
Really?
Yes.
How interesting.
I love her. I admire her. She was so awesome. She overacted, and she really just brought a lot to.
So what does your family think about this whole thing now?
They're excited.
Your mom's in the studio, am I?
Yes, she is. They are very excited. No one in my family has really done anything like this before, so it's a first, and they're really on board.
So what do you think your role is in the festival?
My role in the festival is really to be the spokesperson for the Azalea Festival and the youth committee. I'm the only year-long representative of this committee, and I'm just really excited to.
Erica, did you know Abbey before?
I did not.
You did?
I did not.
Yeah.
I've met her at the first meeting of the contestants. The board members are there, and had the pleasure of meeting her that day.
And you were at the pageant?
I was. So we were very excited. I thought Carol Burnett was an amazing answer.
So I mean, how hard is this to do all this, keep up with school, and you have like a life?
Yes.
Friends.
It's tough, but I like being busy.
You do?
I thrive on being busy and stressed out. It's not that stressful, though.
All right, so I think most of the guys watching would know, do you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
You're not dating anyone?
I have gone on dates. I go on dates with this one boy. I mean,
but he's not your boyfriend.
I guess we're dating, yes.
Okay. So you talked about the Azalea Festival Youth Committee.
Yes.
Just give us a little background. When did you, are you on that committee? Were you on that committee?
I've never been on that committee before, but they do so much for getting this pageant ready. They fundraise, do all these things just for this pageant, get the scholarship money. So it's
now, I think coming up, there's a garden party, a Queen's Garden Party given by the Cape Fear Garden Club, and you're like you make a little speech there.
I do.
Yeah. Are you writing it, or are you going to just kind of wing it, or?
I'll think about it. I'm not going to sit down and write something.
You feel comfortable in front of people?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us for
You're
this
welcome.
segment, and I will see you at the Queen's Garden Party.
Good.
We'll be
excited.
there. Erica, kind of stay with us.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, before we go to the next segment, talk a little about some of the visiting celebrities. We have a big name for the as parade marshal this year.
We do. We have Sergeant Kimberly Munley, who, of course, is one of the officers accredited with stopping the Fort Hood massacre back in November, and is also from Carolina Beach. So
Right.
she will be here and serving as our parade marshal.
Have you met her yet?
I have not.
No.
I have not. I'm looking forward to meeting her.
When does she come to town?
She is coming in on Tuesday
Okay.
with a number of us. We have several coming in late Tuesday evening and getting
visiting
settled.
celebrities?
Yes.
Any names you want to throw
And,
out?
Absolutely. We have Commander Douglas Kunzman coming. He is in November, this coming November, he will be bringing the USS Gravely here to be commissioned. So a Navy ship will be here in November. So he's going to be with us, and we're looking forward to having him. We also have Kate Linder, who has been a key character on Young and the Restless for over, I believe, over 27 years.
That is on CBS 10, by the way.
Yes. So Kate will be with us. We also have, I'm trying to think, Reed Rosenthal will be with us, who a lot of people, if they followed The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, he was one of the remaining on The Bachelorette, and has also done something on HGTV, I believe, as well, and has been on 2020 recently.
Wow.
So he'll be
a lot
here.
Of great names.
Absolutely. Miss USA.
Yeah, Kristen Dalton, a good friend
yes.
of the show's.
So Kristen will be here, as well
Miss
as Miss North Carolina.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what, we'll come back. When we come back, she's done the Street Festival, one of the major events of the North Carolina Azalea Festival, for 18 years. We're going to talk to Donna Robbins, chair of the Street Festival, when we come back. Stay right there.